Good morning and welcome to today's edition of your breakfast from Leadership Television inside Nigeria. Today is October 31, 2024. Incidentally, today is the last day in the month of October this year, 2024. My name is Winnie Level, and on this first segment of the show, we are looking at what the papers are saying, including Nigeria's most influential newspaper, Leadership. We go with Leadership and let's see the leading stories on the cover. Constitution Amendment Bill for Traditional Rulers Rule Funding Ready. Constitution Amendment Bill for Traditional Rulers Rule Funding Ready. Governors Monarchs meet in Aso Rock seek support. The story runs on page 4 of Leadership newspaper. And just beneath that leading story, we have the picture of a group management staff of Leadership Media Group, where they paid courtesy visits to the Speaker of the House of Representatives yesterday in Abuja. Beside that, Major General Luyede appointed acting chief of army staff. The stories on page 7 of Leadership as court stops Rivers monthly allocations. TCL restores power to North after 9 days. Sanwo-Olu aiding others say Adebutu for building media center. And of course, just beneath the masthead, we have advertisement for Leadership Levogue, Leadership's style colored glossy magazine coming out this Sunday, 3rd November 2024. Just grab a copy of Leadership Sunday where you have Leadership Levogue insight. Don't miss it. Above the masthead of Leadership, Senate confirms Yiwata Ojukwu, five others as ministers. Don't take everything IMF tells you, Jega warns federal government. As we move to page 3 of the paper, our stand. Today's stand is on tax before police school protection squad. Tax before police school protection squad. The stand today on Leadership. For nearly a decade, if not more, security in Nigerian schools, especially at the primary and secondary levels, has deteriorated as bandits, insurgents, and other criminal elements invade those places at will and adopt innocent pupils and students for ransom. Some of those school children were actually killed. The squad of abduction and invasion of school premises has traumatized students, teachers, and communities and has worsened the out of school syndrome as parents fear for the safety of their wards. These are first, second paragraphs of today's stand, Facts Before Police School Protection Squad. That takes us to the back page of Leadership, where we have being blunt with Moazu Elize. Moazu Elize is the group managing director of Leadership Media Group, and today he's writing on that power outage. That power outage. In quote, although insecurities in national malaise, its impact is felt most in the north. Close quote. That's just it's a quote from that back page column. That power outage for 9 days, the north has been engulfed in darkness, and this is what the column is all about today. As we also conclude review of leadership front headline stories, insights, so stories, the editorial, and the back page of the paper. And for more, log on to the website of Leadership, www.leadership.ng. We move over to the next paper on our menu, and that is Vanguard. Vanguard says fuel price increases pushing Nigerians to the limit. Labor. Fuel price increases pushing Nigerians to the limit. Labor. Says government shouldn't be surprised if citizens react in unexpected manner. Subsidy removal worsening production costs, transportation, others, employers group. Marketers spend days at Dangote refinery buying through NNPCL Ipman, as marketers will be happier to buy directly from refinery. Argues Nigerians will see price reduction if marketers buy direct from refinery. Kickers beneath that headline story, fuel price increases pushing Nigerians to the limit. How poultry packaging cartels freeze prices, FCCPC boss to Bello. Federal government justifies four toll gates on Abuja Kefi Makurdi Expressway. Crash, NCAA dismisses reports on choppers' airworthiness. Defense minister says we are determined to flush out terrorists in Nigeria. Ministerial appointments. Senate confirms Bianca Odumejukwu Odumegu Ojukwu, 6 others. And in sports, FIFA Under 20 World WWC NFF proud of Flamingos outing, Sanusi. That takes us to the stories above the masthead of Vanguard. Money supply increases 64% to 108.95 trillion naira. Atiku Mosop orders won as costers monthly allocations to rivers. Atta-led committee will restore peace between Wike, Fubara, Pandef. Workers poorer now despite pay increases, Oshomole laments. Tinubu appoints Major General Olufemi Oluyede acting COAS. That story runs on page 8 of Vanguard. And with that also we conclude review of front headline stories on Vanguard today. For more, log on to the website of Vanguard newspapers as we move to the next paper on our lineup, and that is the Punch newspaper. The Point says petrol rising costs, marketers writes Dangote over bulk purchase deal. Petrol rising costs, marketers writes Dangote over bulk purchase deal. Ipman, Petron refineries $300 million. PMS reserves queues in Abuja after NNPCS price hike. Underneath that leading story, we have the pictures and the story too. Police arrest 1,246 arms dealers, kidnappers, recover 3,172 ammunition in October. Police arrest 1,246 arms dealers, kidnappers, recover 1,172 ammunition in October. Just beneath that other story, we have Bianca Ojukwu, other ministers set for swearing in after Senate confirmation. Commuters demand quick repair of damaged Lagos Bridge. Food inflation, 7 imported wheat vessels arrive Nigeria. Food inflation, 7 imported wheat vessels arrive Nigeria. That takes us to the stories just beside the masthead, just above the masthead of the Punch. Fubara appeals as court stops Rivers allocations. Striking varsity workers vow showdown as federal government reform stocks. Tinubu appoints Oluyede acting COAS as Lagbaja undergoes treatment. And just beside the masthead of the Punch, we have Ondo governorship poll coming up in this month of November. PDP APC trade blame over campaign violence. The story runs on page A3 of the Punch. SDP upbeat as deputy governor candidate defects to APC. The story is on page A3 of the Punch newspaper. For more, log on to the website of the Punch, www.punchng.com, as we complete review of front headline stories today on the Punch newspaper. Next on our lineup today is The Guardian. The Guardian says Fubara Wike face off. New twist as Rivers stakeholders port allocation suspension order. Fubara Wike face off. New twist as Rivers stakeholders port allocation suspension order. The story is on page 6 of The Guardian. TCN restores power to North as AIHRC says 1.5 trillion naira loss to blackout. NAAT may join Nasu Sanu strike over salary arrears issues ultimatum. Energy cost, Japa syndrome will threaten survival of varsity system. Tax reform bills, Ndume Arewa group lock horns as NGF traditional rulers meet. Tinubu appoints Oluyede as acting army chief. Governors, Mo Ibrahim reports calls Nigeria low. Elected officials selfish, undermining citizens' welfare, Jega laments. INEC blames non-trial of offenders on outdated laws orders. Senate confirms Tinubu 7 ministerial nominees. Sexual harassment, West proposed 14 years jail term for offenders. Obaseki Zamfara governor orders advocate sustainability of projects. That also concludes front headline stories review today on The Guardian newspaper. For more, log on to www.guardian.ng. That takes us to the next story we have, next paper we have on our menu, and that is Blueprint newspaper. Blueprint says 2023 electoral offenders, INEC tackles Serap, says we are not in contempt of court. Allegations flat in the face of facts at public domain. NICOM SAG's board management of African Alliance Insurance. Governor Eno to Nigerians, Tinubu's reforms will soon bear fruits. Do not lose guide in defense of democracy, Idris charges media. Glo, Nine Mobile hard hit as telcos drop 64.3 million subscribers in NIN same drive. Article cautions as court holds CBN from releasing allocation to Fubara. 1 month after Lagbaja's absence, Tinubu appoints Oluyede acting COAS. No inch of military training area under bandits' control in Niger. Coming from Defense Headquarters, this is a developing story. Reaction to the story emanating from the Niger State House of Assembly that bandits have taken hold of 23 communities in Niger State and also built camps in taking charge of the military camp in Niger. Excitement as TCN restores power supply to northern states 1 week after. And above, just beneath the masthead of Blueprint, Senate confirms Bianca Ojukwu, Iwata, 5 others as ministers. World Bank ties fresh $750 million loan for Nigeria to tax increases. Diko resumes as NSC chairman, unveils 3-point agenda. Diko resumes as Nigerian Sports Commission's chairman, unveils 3-point agenda. It will be recalled that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu scrapped the Ministry of Sports and instead nominated the chairman for the Nigerian National Sports Commission. And the DICO, the chairman of the commission, has resumed unveiling 3-point agenda. Above the masthead of Blueprint, FCTA targets 250,000 across 200 communities for BP sugar level screening. The story is on page 7 of Blueprint. And with that, we also conclude review of front headline stories on this paper today. For more, log on to the website of Blueprint, www.blueprint.ng. And it's from this angle we also conclude this first half of the program Inside Nigeria. The second half of this program is coming in shortly. Don't go away. Stay tuned. back. The program is Inside Nigerian Leadership Television, your breakfast show where we discuss trending stories on papers and, of course, trending videos generally making the rounds in the country and even beyond. My name is Winnie Kwedibebo, and of course, you can see I have my first guest with me in the studio. He's a political economist, public affairs analyst, Olamilekan Adekolare. Thank you so much. Give me one.
Exactly.
Welcome back. I
Thank
trust you're doing great.
Very well. An apology to all our
Yes.
look
You have been
forward
sorely
fans.
missed.
Yes, yes. Body is like normally in local balance. Body no be goes out to that can be more stronger.
Yes. Yes, let me bring you up to speed with what's been happening. Last week, President Bola Tinubu did submit three tax reform bills to the National Assembly, awaiting their endorsement or assent to the bills. However, in that same vein, a week previously, the North was also thrown into darkness following what TCN says vandalism of its infrastructure. However, during the meeting of the Northern Governors Forum and stakeholders, Arewa, they did come out with a communique also condemning those tax reform bills that President Bola Tinubu submitted to the National Assembly, saying that it was against their own interest. And today, still developing story, the former Senate Majority Leader, Mohammed Ali Ndume, and the Arewa Civil Rights Movement, ACROM, they say that they are going to oppose that bill with all everything at their disposal. What do you have to say about that anyway? Because a bill, because some part of the bill, tax reform bill, was a consumer section where it said that you be giving how do you put it? Some
It's
part of
about
the
VAT.
consumption VAT, yes.
It's about basically it's about VAT.
And it's something that has been generating controversies, following the fact that some parts of the country they destroy these alcoholic beverages, and yet they are made to also partake of these
Of the revenue that
of the
comes
revenue
from
from that. So, but what do you have to say? Because many people have conflicting opinions concerning it.
I think it's hypocritical on the part of anybody that will hold
Mm.
the derivative allocation and disbursement of revenue coming from that.
Yes.
It is particularly the one that focus on alcohol and I had opportunity to discuss that section yesterday.
Mm.
In 2023,
Mm.
Benue State was the highest consumer of alcoholic beer.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Who carried out that report?
NBS carried out that report.
Oh,
The
I didn't get
highest
to
in
see it.
Nigeria. But guess what?
Yeah, and I would have expected that in the Southwest that would take
No.
the
They
majority.
the South was also coming, but Benue State was the
Benue,
highest.
just Benue State.
Benue State. And what do they get from VAT? What the
Forgery,
bigger
forgery
exactly.
amount.
So the although another impression we need to quickly put out, not that the northern governors and the traditional rulers are opposing the bill. It is that derivative
yes,
allocation and
yes.
disbursement of what is coming,
Coming.
whereby 60%
Mm.
of a particular item from a VAT will go back to the place that that particular money comes from.
Transform.
So to them, they see it as injustice. But to the people who draft that particular law, and to the people who believe that it is fair play,
Yes, it should
it
be
is fair play.
play
It is
for
not
all
about
concerned.
economic injustice. No, for the northern people that are saying that it will be based on equality and whatever. No, they are saying no, it's about fair play. Because if you say it's about equality, it is even distributed on the basis of land mass and population. You get it? So for the people who are now saying no, let us arrange this particular policy so that it can now cater for derivative purposes. Just like we have 30% derivative for oil.
Yes,
We
for
also have
oil producing.
60% derivative for where this particular one, and it was emphasized alcoholic and beverages. So if it's alcoholic and beverages, for instance, among all the northern states, it is Kano that is well established that is particularly
That's
opposed.
his bad. That
Yes, that normally other
alcoholic
states,
beverage.
Gombe, they don't do that. So
Yeah, Libra.
liberal about it. So the issue is that although federal government will look at the law, but people who want it that way, I believe that if it is derivative with this purpose, we are driving towards what everybody have been calling for in terms of physical responsibility and physical responsibility. Because it's a drive. And this current government, as I earlier pointed out in one of my things, it's a fiscalist government that is driving towards that.
But how is the president going to drive it through? Because the northern governors said that they were calling on their members in the National Assembly to oppose it to ensure that it doesn't see the light of day. That part is
Then it will be tested by both.
Okay.
It will be tested by both and with a convincing argument, because where they are coming from, where they are looking is okay. When it becomes derivative, they are going to get less, but they are not looking at the item that is being discussed. If beer is bringing so much money and you don't allow
You don't
it to be
to be
sold in your area,
area.
so why do you want to partake in the revenue?
In the revenue,
And they are just trying to bring politics into it. It has well specified that consumable items, particularly items that have to do with alcoholic drinks, if you don't allow this thing to be sold in your area, so why do you want to collect
what is coming from it?
And I think the other people that are for this particular law, they will support it. And but one thing about this law is that currently the president that we have today is a president that is a fiscalist, and is driving towards a fiscalist regime in Nigeria, whereby all resources will now be distributed according to your participation in it. That's what me I'm seeing.
That is how it's supposed to be, actually, in a real fiscal federalism.
Federalism. So for the north, if they say there are people should oppose, there are some states that will not, from the north, that will not even join them. Benue State, for example, will not join them. Northern State, Plateau State will not join them.
Yes,
Taraba, if all these states are mentioning, alcohol is consumed there.
Yes.
So if you minus all the states that the core state that I've earlier mentioned is Kano, you can't say Kaduna State will go and oppose it, because Kaduna State will benefit. The 60% will go to them. It's only Kanu that will lost out in this particular one, and state that maybe like Zamfara or Sokoto or Katsina. Borno State, they consume alcohol there. And the alcohol is not just beer alone, including BKY or whatever, all those other beverages that have to do with it. It will be done in that way. So I don't think the northern government.
And he said it's unfair. Anyway, still talking about those tax reform bills that were presented. Many critics are saying that instead of the president is not sending bills for economic development, he's only also sending bills on how to fleece Nigerians more on taxation.
I think the current government learned from the predecessors and previous government before now. There have been agitation for tax increment, not today. Since 2012, during the Jonathan regime, a lot of NGOs, a lot of institutions say, we have to increase our tax. The government have to look and diversify the economy. But when Buhari came, yes, the tax system was low in Nigeria. Everybody, we saw how it was well narrated across media and other platforms. Now, this particular one is now discovering that people don't want you to go and collect money from IMF and World Bank or borrow money. So which other alternative can they get money? And he's not going to do the audio economic diversification that Buhari did through the agriculture. So the only thing that he's thinking is, okay, let us look at areas that the law permit us to collect taxes. You can see the way FCT is driving grant trend. By the time others states learn that grant trend can give FCT 1 trillion naira, you discover that all the states will also begin to run after grant. And it is well in the constitution. So the government only look at.
But how will you want to drive tax, VAT, and all whatnot, yet the level of development is very, very low?
The challenge is that we don't.
What are they not employing these monies from these tax derivatives to development?
The challenge is that when all this money comes into the economy, more than 60% of them is going into repayment of loans and servicing of them. You can see this particular one that the government is driving, this new tax reform. A support is coming, a $750 million is coming from World Bank to assist the government through stabilization, through structural adjustment, and through sectoral adjustment, as well as social adjustment. By the time the government collects that $750 million, they're going to pay back through all these taxes they are going to collect. Meanwhile, they will inject the money into the economy. They will first put the money in our foreign reserve, print a naira equivalent of it, and bring it to the economy. Then they will begin to stimulate the economy. But the problem is that we don't see some of this money in real form. They become an audio policy reform. Majority of the money will go into training. Majority of the money will go into a palliative program that many Nigerians will not see. So at the end of the day, you not see the effect of the money that will be coming. And even when they generated, like what they have said in the last 11 months of the government, they have generated over 1 trillion to 4 trillion naira. You ask yourself, where is the money going? They are servicing debt, they are paying salaries, a wage bill of the government have increased, contractors have validated their contract, and they have increased their contract. So all this money, so people will not see the actual money that the government generates. That's why if you are asking about what is this tax and what they have collected, you can't see it because there is already a structural challenge that is consuming the money. Just 3 weeks ago, 850 billion road contract was signed with the and you ask, where did they get the money? This is where all this money is going. Look where the contract has been around for over 10 years. Like Jos Berger abandoned the job because the government was not funding it.
Thank you so much. So another developing story is that on the River State, we are moving to River State. New twist as River stakeholders port allocation suspension order. And don't forget that there was also cause on the judge to recuse herself because she's an interested partner or person in the matter, and she refused to recuse herself. Now, many people are faulting the suspension order going by previous judgment with respect to Lagos State government when the president Bola Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State then. So what are you saying?
It's just drama. Just like you rightly said, the Lagos issue. This is how it was to end. River State government will collect their money. They will collect the money. By the time, even if you get the case get to court of appeal, it can be thrown out because it's already been decided by the Supreme Court on what to do. So this is a constitutional
I
matter.
remember CBN also joined in the suit asking for the judge to recuse herself.
Exactly.
Because CBN was
Drawn into the suit.
drawn into the suit and said no, the judge should recuse herself. But I'm not holding brief for CBN and River State. But what is actually playing out?
What is playing out is politics. We already know that it's all about politics. It's all about the Wike Fubara crisis in River State. And we are also seeing that Wike has been very, very, a jolly fellow with the court system in Nigeria, particularly building quarters for judges, and they're also ensuring that all the courts in Nigeria receive some benefit, particularly FCT court. So we have seen what is happening. But for me, I know that when the matter gets to court of appeal, come down. And if you really go to the Supreme Court, it come down. And for people who are accusing the president, it's not all cases that the president know about. You may not be reading all the newspaper. But I want to believe that this is an opportunity for the General of the Federation to speak up on this particular issue. Because it's like they are just making the judiciary system to look at it. It is an unpick of politician. Although it could be, but at this point in time, it's like an unpick of
too obvious.
That somebody is pulling the string.
Yes.
Like honorable minister of the FCT is the one pulling the string. While for people who are accusing the president, maybe if Bayo Ononuga is hearing us, somebody close to him is watching us, they should call him and let them call the senior advocate of Nigeria and the president of Bagbo, the attorney general, to quickly speak on this particular issue.
But the CJN did promise Nigeria that it was going to sanitize the judiciary.
Definitely, there are some judges that the sanitation spray will not get to them. They already have anti-sanitation spray for themselves. So it will, no matter how you want to do it will not get to them. And that's why people will always accuse them that after some of them are unpicked. Like this particular judge in question. If you check her background, how did she become a judge? You discover that it's a political spring up that brought up into
and the fact that she even refused to recuse herself and insisted that she must sit on it.
Exactly. Okay, didn't you see I think it was this same judge that gave judgment on this. I don't know whether it's a fake lawyer that went to the High Court in Abuja and said Governor Sowolu asked him to go and sue EFCC. Although the governor has quickly came out and said he didn't send any lawyer to go and sue EFCC.
Yes,
I think it was this same judge that made that statement.
The same judge.
Joyce Abdul Malik. I think that's her name.
Something has to be done actually and fast too. Now, still on the National Assembly issue, the leadership's leading story today says Constitution Amendment Bill for Traditional Rulers Rule funding ready. Governors Monarchs meeting Aso Rock seeks support. And many Nigerians, though, yes, some quarters are applauding it, but some others are also condemning it, saying that it's also giving room for okay, extra funding. Where will you get the funding? Besides what we know that is being given to them. And besides that, we have governors already, politicians in the domain. Would it have clash of interest between governors and monarchs in a place?
I think the clash,
because giving them role now, constitutional role now, mean you know what it means when both of them are not seeing eye to eye. They are not in the same political party or have the same political views. You understand what happened?
Exactly. I think their roles will be streamlined. Their roles will not be political. Their role will not be economical. Their role will be more or less of appealing to the consciousness of their wives, their various communities. And I don't think their role will also be focused on security, rather it will be like a communication, public communication and public enlightenment for their people back in their community. I think that would be their role. Nobody will give them a political role. They're not coming to make any
role. But now, constitutionally backed up.
The constitutional backup is to amend the constitution to allow those rules to come in. like public engagement, public communication, public orientation, just like the normal roles have been playing that the president will summon the four key rulers, Oni of Ife, Sultan of Sokoto, and the Oba of Benin and the Oni of Onitsha. The four of the major, we normally summon the Obi of Onitsha to Villa and tell them this is what is happening in the country. Go back to your people and talk to them. I think that will be the main role to be engaging. Nobody is going to give any nobody is going to give any conflicting role with the local government chairman or council. No, it will not come. They're not going to be appointing many commissioners. They are not going the role is already there. We just to make it in a way that the commissioner can accept. And if you remember between 1960 to 1979 that their role were abolished. The role was already there. Although what I'm not expecting to happen is they're not going to be any traditional assembly whereby they are going to have an assembly. Although it could be that they'll be meeting, but whatever they will be discussing will not be political or economic. Because once those two are missing in their role, they don't have power. But they only have persuasive power to talk to their people and engage with them.
All right, thank you so much. We move ahead, and of course, we are also on developing story. Less than 60 days, NNPCL has increased the fuel price again on price. And Labour is saying today on some newspapers that fuel price increases is pushing Nigerians to the limit. 2 weeks or less than a month ago, Nigerians were buying one pump price liter for 1,030 naira for those in Abuja, while in Lagos it was 1,000 naira. But now, to just few days ago, NNPC also increased the liter price again to 1,060. This is
1,060 naira.
60 naira and 1,030 naira. It's 1,060 naira in Abuja and 1,030 naira. What are we having here? And we also have a situation whereby because Dangote, chairman of Dangote Refinery, visited President Bola Tinubu and did come out to say that marketers are not coming to buy fuel.
Yeah.
And that presently he has about 500 million liters in his tank, and it's costing him money because they are not coming. He's not featuring at the retail end of it. It's for marketers to come and get this fuel. While marketers, on the other hand, are saying that Dangote does not, if they are still buying fuel through NNPCL, that Dangote's price is still shrouded in secrecy in what is happening.
I think the issue is just about it.
Because there's been big back and forth between Dangote Refinery. Now that they settled, the feud between Dangote and NNPCL and even the NUP,
Ipman and the rest of them
were settled. But now, let's start buying food. They have still not come to.
I think for me, Nigerians should understand these are all business. They're only looking at
and marketers are saying in one of the papers that importing is now cheaper. It's cheaper.
Nobody should accept that. See, one thing those marketers,
except perhaps that is maybe our speculations that Dangote's price will be high.
Let us tell ourselves. Since Dangote started bringing up the price, in as much as some of us are not supporting the price increase, is anybody talking about landing cost anymore? Is anybody talking about paying NPA and all those regulatory agencies at the port any money? Nobody talking about it. The only thing that is just happening is that Dangote also want to maximize profit. The Ipman, the marketers want to maximize profit. And they want to go back to the regime of importation price mechanism. And that is what the government of today is trying to avoid. And what are they trying to avoid? They don't have any opportunity to give anybody dollars to import anything. And that's what they are trying to avoid. But the marketers still insist. Is it not the same marketer when we ask them, during the time when crude oil price fall to $20, how much are we buying for? 141, 142. And that's supposed to come down. Now, the same crude oil is falling, but the price is really high. So we must understand that these are just business gimmick by businessmen who want to maximize profit. They are just looking for opportunity.
And the filling stations, some of them are the private ones, are still closed.
They will be closed because that is the means to protest, to get the public opinion and public sentiment. What they are looking for is public sentiment. By the time we don't sell to people, Nigerians will cry out.
Why
and Nigerians will support us.
Are
selling long queue because they are getting it. They are getting it. Other marketers are getting it. The issue is that we just have few among the marketers who still want to insist that importation is the right way. And that will not be the best for that, because for me, who understand the challenge between our monetary system, particularly the exchange rate volatility you are explaining, is as a result of this guy. No, they are not getting dollar again. Their friends who are selling dollar at the BDC are not getting it anymore from them. So they are looking for opportunity. And the only way to get Nigerians to be on their back is to shut down their station and not
So
to sell.
these marketers, from my own understanding, have their own money with NNPC. They were buying from NNPC because that would happen to be in one of their events recently in Abuja here, and they did say that yes, they have their money in there while they are in talks with because NNPC cannot get their money out.
Out.
They will not be able to get their money out. You know, it doesn't be
Yeah,
the
exactly.
domain that they are trying to get their money out on NNPC. While at the same time they were in talks with Dangote, and that Dangote to reduce prices for them. Obviously, that has not been done. That's why you still see that the maximum marketers are still buying from
The
NNPC.
issue is that in the beginning, who was the arrangement was between them and NNPC.
Yes.
NNPC will be the middleman,
Yes.
and
Yes.
NNPC gave reason why they want to be the middleman in a sense
Yes.
to have a price mechanism, and that price mechanism is what NNPC is 130, 160,
Like
based
one-
on 130 and 160, based on the area that you are
Yes,
going.
yes.
Now, all the marketers when they pick for NNPC, how much are they selling? 1,200, 1,100.
Yes.
So if you make 100 naira to 150 on each liter, is that not enough?
Yes.
It's not enough. The only issue is that Dangote himself is selling at 894 for NNPC. That's the price that
And then NNPC is adding so much on
It's
top
adding so
that
much on
it's
it.
getting here in Nigeria,
in
not
Nigeria.
outside.
So the issue remains that it's all about what they call it, profit maximization. Everyone just want to make huge profit.
But why would NNPC, on the other hand, say it has to be appointed itself as the middleman to sell Dangote?
Because from the beginning of the arrangement on the building of the refinery, it was NNPC and Dangote and CPN. They were the three custodians who built the refinery.
But Dangote did come back to say that nobody funded it.
Who gave him the forex to
Since I didn't see federal government coming out to challenge him.
No. Nobody will know who gave him the forex to import all the equipment and all the machines. I mean, forgotten the rigmarole relationship between NNPC,
CBN
governor Emefiele and Dangote.
Yeah.
So you see, the thing is
I was surprised when I heard it that when he said nobody.
No, that's a
it
tactical response to the issue. And for me, I don't even see them quarreling. I don't even see Ipman quarreling. I don't see NNPC. It's just that when these guys come to speak to the media, they are looking for sympathy. They are looking for people to support them. That's why they make those statements. Do you know what they are saying recently? That the volume have dropped. And I ask, if the volume drops, what about the value? If the volume drops, that means the number of liters that are being taken out is dropping. What about the value? The value have doubled more than 6 times. When I mean value, the amount people are spending on fuel, you are making 3 times or 4 times or what you are making before.
More than.
So you are not complaining about the volume, but what about the value? You are making more money, even though the number is dropping. For me, Nigeria should not take all these statements from all these businessmen as if it is all bad. But rather, they are looking for opportunity. And that opportunity is that they want importation to reform. And that's why NNPC have kept quiet over their 4 refineries. That means all of them are working in conjunction so that the importation can come back. And we don't want that to happen because of our naira volatility and everything to other currencies. And that's what the government is trying to drive. Although citizens must also support government to put an end to importation, because other things are also being imported, which we are suffering from.
Really, really sad. Now, lastly, just briefly, governance. Mo Ibrahim report scores Nigeria low. Of course.
Definitely,
that's expected.
It's expected because the economic hardship is very high.
Yes, while Oshomole says that workers poorer now despite pay increases.
Because
expected.
Purchasing power is very, very poor. You can't compare what is happening to people for 100,000 naira, what will enter market and come out. It's different. Get it? So they should that low score from Mo Ibrahim is expected. And it's not just Nigeria, it's across the world countries, particularly Sub-Saharan Africa. The economic hardship across Africa is very, very, very high. People are feeling the impact. And it is as a result of the global economic issue, particularly free market system that we offer. The organized private sector, they are making money, even though some of them will come out and say, economy is hard. They are making money. Well, let us tell ourselves this, especially those ones that are in critical sector of the economy. In oil and gas today, oil and gas is chubby. They are making money, even though the price of crude are falling to about $74 per barrel. But they are still making the money. But their target is $100 per barrel, from OPEC to WT and the rest of them. But we must look at this angle of government failing, particularly not being competitive to provide welfare service for them. And that's what African countries are facing now.
Thank you so much. always a pleasure to have you on the program. Thank you so much. Well, this is where we draw the curtain on today's Inside Nigeria. Of course, I had the pleasure of having you on today. Political economics. My name is Winifred Goto. Look forward to seeing you on the other side of next month at this West River tomorrow. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. For
Like you,
sponsorship and
we are entering
adverts, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.